Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to the English Grammar Revision. Today, let us discuss about direct and indirect speech. See the example here, children. He said, I am playing. He said that he was playing. She said, I am painting. She said that she was painting. He said, I did this exercise last night. He said that he had done that exercise the previous night. The next example, the inspector said, I am glad to be with you today. The inspector said that he was glad to be with me that day. What changes did you notice in these examples, children? Yes, omission of commas. The punctuation has been removed in indirect speech. We make use of that, T-H-A-T, that. And there is even change of a pronoun. So you would have seen all this in the examples. So a speaker's words can be reported in two ways. That is, his direct words called as direct speech, or report his words called as indirect speech. So when we report the exact words of the speaker, then we call it as direct speech. Example, the teacher said to Rajesh, you have a bright future. The same sentence in indirect speech, it will be what the speaker has said without using the exact words. The teacher told Rajesh that he had a bright future. So what changes do you see, children? There are no punctuation, no commas are there. That is used. Okay, and the present tense becomes a past tense. So now let us see how a change of tenses takes place when we rewrite a sentence from direct to indirect speech, or when we change a sentence from direct to indirect speech. If the reporting verb in the direct speech statement is in the present tense or future tense, then it remains the same in indirect speech also. That is, there is no change in the tense. Example, my friends say he is very handsome. The indirect speech of this sentence will be, my friends say that he is very handsome. My granny will say, you need to eat well. The indirect speech, my granny will say that you need to eat well. So in these sentences, children, you can notice that there is no change in the tense form, present tense or future tense. It remains the same even in the indirect speech. If the reporting verb is in the past tense in the direct speech statement, then the verbs within the inverted commas will undergo corresponding changes in the indirect speech sentences. For example, the simple present will become simple past. Let's see the example. The girl said, the flower is pretty. The girl said that the flower was pretty. Is became was. Secondly, present continuous tense becomes past continuous tense. See the example, children. The old man said, the rain is falling very heavily. This is the direct speech. You can see the inverted comma and it is the exact words of the old man. What will be the indirect speech now? The old man said that the rain was falling very heavily. What is a change? Is falling has become was falling. Present continuous has become past continuous tense. See the chart, this examples, children. The principal said all the students have passed. This is a present perfect. What will be the past perfect? The principal said that all the students had passed. Have has become had. Simple past will become past perfect. Rohan said Sheetal arrived yesterday. Rohan said that Sheetal had arrived the previous day. Arrived has become had arrived and yesterday has changed to the previous day. And we see that there is even changes in the models, that is into their past forms. He said she can dance. He said that she could dance. Okay, can has changed to could. This is called as models. Next, let us understand how personal pronouns change according to SON formula. What is that? First person subject, second person is the object, third person there is no change. If the subject of the quoted words is in the first person, then it will change according to the subject of the reported verb. For example, he said to me, I like coffee. He told that he liked coffee will be the indirect speech. See the second sentence. If the subject of the quoted words in the second person, then it will change according to the object of the reporting verb. He said to me, you look happy. He told that I looked happy. Thirdly, if the subject of the quoted words is in the third person, then there will be no change. Example, he said to me, she has already left. The indirect speech will be, he told that she had already left. So we see how changes takes place in the personal pronouns. Let's see some more examples, children. When the subject is the first person. I said, I want to consult my parents. Into indirect speech, I said that I wanted to consult my parents. Second one, you said I want to consult my parents. You said that you wanted to consult your parents. Third one, she said, I want to consult my parents. She said that she wanted to consult her parents. So you have seen how there is changes, children. Let's go to the next one. That is when the second person is the object. Anil said to me, your parents are waiting for you. Anil told me that my parents were waiting for me. So your becomes my and you becomes me. Second example, Anil said to you, your parents are waiting for you. Anil told you that your parents were waiting for you. The third one, Anil said to him, that is a third person, your parents are waiting for you. Anil told him that his parents were waiting for him. So like this, the object, okay, the second person, you can see how changes are being made. Now we see that in the third person, no changes are being made. I said to you, he should be trusted. I told you that he should be trusted. She said she is looking for a job. She said that she was looking for a job. So there is no change in the third person. This was about pronouns. Next, let us see how there is change of adverbs. If you see the chart, children, we'll see that there is a change in the adverbs of time and place. This becomes that, today, that day, these will become those, now, then, here, there, tomorrow will become the following day or the next day, yesterday will become the previous day or the day before, and tonight will become that night. So we see when we change a sentence from direct to indirect speech, even there is a change in the adverbs of time and place. Let us see some examples. He said, I shall discuss this matter next week. He said that he would discuss that matter the following week. Second example, she said, we shifted to this house 2 weeks ago. Indirect speech will be, she said that they had shifted to that house 2 weeks before. This has become that. Weeks ago has become weeks before. So like this changes takes place. Next, let us see interrogative sentences. Interrogative means what, children? Who, where, what? Asking questions, no? How changes takes place from direct to indirect speech. A question is changed into a statement. So in a direct yes or no question, reporting verb is changed into ask, enquire, and if, whether is used. Example, she said, are you writing a poem? Okay, it's a question, interrogative sentence. She asked me whether I was writing a poem. So an interrogative sentence is converted into a statement. The next example, I said to him, do you know when she will go home? The indirect speech will be, I asked him if he knew when she would go home. And you have to end the sentence with a full stop. Okay, so like this changes are made. In case of question word like who, how, where, etc., the same word is used to introduce the reported speech. Example, where do you live? She asked me. She asked me where I lived. Second example, he asked, how do you write poems? He asked me how I wrote poems. So what has happened here? The same word is used in the reported speech. Next, let us see imperative sentences. Means sentences wherein you order, command, request, advise. Okay, all that comes under imperative sentences. Let us see what changes are made here. In imperative sentences, the reporting verb is changed into ask, advise, or request. The tense remains the same. The verb is put in the infinitive to. For example, I said, take your seat. I asked him to take his seat. The next sentence, he said, give me some food, please. You can write it as, he requested me to give him some food. So, please has become requested. Down it is not clear, but it is, he requested me to give him some food. Now let us see how changes can be made in exclamatory sentences when we convert a sentence from direct to indirect speech. In exclamatory sentences, reporting verb is changed into exclaimed with joy, sorrow, anger, surprise, etc. Exclamatory sentences makes use of, it expresses sudden feelings. He said, how beautiful a place. He exclaimed with joy that it was a very beautiful place. So children, so far you have seen how changes are being made in different kinds of sentences when it is converted from direct to indirect speech. There are some more examples given here. Just go through them. Okay, when you go through the examples only, you will be able to understand. The more you practice, the more you will get to know how to change the sentences. So with this, I end today's class, children. Hope you have understood. Write down all the sentences in your grammar fair book. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care and God bless you.